This is the Sports Hit List. By the fans, for the fans.
So we got Belgium versus Italy on 7-2 on July 2nd at 3 p.m. Who wins this one? Who you got?
Man, it's tough. Belgium's dealing with some injury situations that could really hamper them. So we're gonna have to wait and see if De Bruyne and Hazard are gonna be out there. Italy gave up a cheap goal. You know what I mean? I think that was the first goal they've given up since like October. They had this ridiculous clean sheet streak that they were riding. So needless to say, Italy's backline has been formidable. Italy's one of those teams that, every time they kind of show flashes, similar to England too, a lot can be said that every time they show flashes and you're like, oh, this is it, here they come, they end up disappointing. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they do going forward. I think if Belgium's healthy, I'm rolling with them, but you know what I mean? They got two key guys that they've got to worry about as far as being fit. So it's really a toss-up based on the health. If those guys are able to go, I'm rolling with Belgium. If not, then I think Italy is going to be able.
Well, you got to give us a pick here. I know you know me with that word.
I'm a teeter. Look, I'll teeter. The importance of the game. I think these guys get out there. How effective they'll be, who's to say? I'm going to lean towards Belgium. They are the number one team in the world.
So it seems to be a common theme among sports. I just did my opening monologue on injuries and health as well. But you're telling me the same thing now with this game, is that there seems to be a common injury bug, I guess, spreading across all sports, not even just in the NBA, but here in soccer too.
I mean, end of the day, I think, one of the things I was listening to LeBron mention, I think it was on his show on The Shop. I can't remember, where he was dissecting one of the quotes that he made about never being 100. I mean, it's true. When you're a top line athlete like that, you'll never be 100%. Once you start playing, you'll never be 100%. So, I mean, these guys put their bodies on the line, every single time they get out on the court, the pitch, the field, the whatever it is, so it's just an unfortunate part of the game, and we have to be able to deal with it in the moment and move forward. We can't stop the game and postpone things because of injuries. We can't say, okay, hey, we'll play this next game a week later so everybody can be healthy. So we just got to deal with what we got, unfortunately.
We have Switzerland versus Spain also on Friday, July 2nd at 12 p.m. Rick, give me a pick, brother.
Yeah, I mean, this ain't supposed to be Switzerland, so heartbroken that France wasn't able to pull through and kind of capitalize off of their World Cup championship and pull a Euro out here too. The Swiss played well, they maintained, they gave the French backline fits all day. So tactically they were on point, so Spain looked good, man. Spain looked really good. They were one of those teams that I don't think many people were focusing on necessarily. A lot of the hype and focus was, the group of deaf guys as well as Belgium and whatnot. So Spain, I think, is poised to kind of make a run here to the final. So without a doubt, I'm gonna go with Spain over Swiss.
Okay, so I got two things here. First, Jay Lex just said in the comments, shout out to Jay Lex. He said, if baseball keep acting up, soccer will slip into the fourth spot. I said it. So we got a little internal beef among sports. We know how that goes in the industries. But let me ask you this: will Spain play Belgium in the next round in the semifinals once they advance, or is it?
Yes, yeah, ideally. And that side of the bracket is the wild west, man. Like that's where the heat is on that side of that bracket.
Okay, and then now we move along. We have the Czech Republic versus Denmark on Saturday, July 3rd at 12 p.m. Who you have here?
Yeah, two teams that shouldn't be here. But
how did they? So tell the people, how did they even get here? If
look. Here's the thing: when it comes down to football, man, like that's truly a sport where that any given Sunday type mentality goes into play, man. Like you can have the absolute best player in the world out there, and it could mean nothing sometimes. You know what I mean? So it's such a skilled and strategic game that even when you step out on the pitch against a side that you are inferior to on paper, you could still come out here and pull a Denmark, pull a Czech Republic, and get in the spots. Red cards happen, guys get thrown out of games, unfortunately. Now you're talking 11 to 10 advantages. All types of random things that happen, throughout a game that can give the underdog the opportunity to pull through. One thing I will say as far as it goes to Denmark, they've got the story is being written, that Disney magical story is being written. They are Cinderella. They're out there trying to do their thing for Ericsson and represent for him with him going down the way he did back in the group stages. So if they could ride that wave, man, again, a few things go the right way. They are on the easier side of the bracket as well. So I'm rolling with Denmark here.
Denmark. Okay. And then to finally to close out this quarterfinal on Saturday, July 3rd, we have this game will be played at 3:00 Eastern time, Ukraine versus England.
Yeah. Two more great games yesterday too. You know, the Ukraine and Sweden game, you know, going into that, you would think it was going to be a stinker and snooze fest, but very exciting. Decent offense early on in the first half, you know, got very defensive in the second half. I mean, the way Ukraine was able to pull this game out was just heartbreaking on the on Sweden's end, you know, talking about guys getting red cards and going out and whatnot, you know. So definitely an awesome game there. On the other side, we had Germany and England. Most said obviously the winner between that game there was probably going to go through to the final, again being on the easier side of that bracket. So England was able to pull it out and look kind of sloppy early on. There were some real funky tactical decisions throughout the match, some substitution decisions that we kind of questioned in the moment in the group chat, and then, you know, kind of came through and really paid dividends for England big time. You know what I mean? So this is England's Euro to lose at this point, because they essentially should be able to put it on cruise control and get to the final. So I'm looking at Denmark and England in the semi.
All right, and all four of these, and you got 1, 2, 3, all four of these games that could be found on ESPN and ESPN2, right? They'll be on the primetime channels for people to. For those who may not be interested, for those who don't know where to find these games, they'll be on those channels for the sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. And again, like shout out to ESPN, making sure they're providing that platform, because I mean this is top flight football. You know what I mean? I mean this is what football, top flight football. So you know, again, if you know, you casuals, man, you want to see what the buzz is all about, tune in and check out some of these matches, man. It's some great stuff.
Thanks for watching the Sports Hit List. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. In fact, do it now.